Giannis Antetokounmpo or Luka Doncic, who's really making more off the court? I mean salary, endorsements, investments, everything. You might think it's close, but the numbers tell a different story. Today, we're breaking down who edges out the other and why for Giannis, the gap might be bigger than you think. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is your Swish Feed channel, and if you love NBA plus those off-court money stories as much as the highlights, you're in the right place. Today, we've got a juicy topic, comparing the net worths of two of the biggest stars in basketball, Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Bucks and Luka Doncic of the Lakers. Both dominate the court, both dominate social media, both have massive fan followings, but when you break down their earnings, endorsements, and business moves, one of them pulls ahead. And in this video, I'll walk you through all of it: salary, deals, brand power, and what all that really means. Stick around. By the end, I want you to decide, is Luka closing the gap or is Giannis still the undisputed king of earnings? First, quick refresher. These are two of the most marketable players in the NBA. Giannis has been tearing it up in Milwaukee since being drafted in 2013. Multiple MVPs, a championship, All-Star numerous times, Defensive Player of Year. He's built not just a brand, but a legacy. Luka, drafted in 2018, blossomed quickly. His highlights are viral, his scoring, his step-backs, his flair. He's one of the faces of the league. Now, Forbes in 2025 released a list of highest-paid athletes, and both Giannis and Luka are on it. What matters here is not just what they make on the court, but everything off the court too. Endorsements, investments, brand deals, that's where net worth gets interesting. According to Forbes, Giannis is earning somewhere around $94.4 million among the top paid athlete group in 2025. Luka clocks in at about $58.5 million, ranking also high but behind Giannis. So right off the bat, salary plus off-court stuff equals big difference. But those headline numbers don't tell the whole story. Let's dig deeper. Let's talk basketball pay first, the foundation of all this. Giannis has had a long path in the NBA, which means more years of solid contracts, more years of leverage. He signed supermax deals, contract extensions, and the Bucks have paid him handsomely. Because he stays consistent, plays two ways, brings championships, the salary has followed. Luka's contracts have also been huge. He signed big deals with the Mavericks, then moved to the Lakers, where he got a big extension. But because he's younger in terms of entering supermax territory later, there's simply fewer years of maxed earnings behind him compared to Giannis. Salary's predictable, every season you know what you'll get, but it's only part of the income statement. Endorsements plus investments plus long-term deals are where the extra margin shows. This is where things get interesting, and this is where Giannis has an edge. Giannis has endorsements with big brands. He's worked with Nike, has his own signature line, the Zoom Freak shoes, plus other deals with global brands. His story, from Greece to MVP, also sells emotionally, which makes him attractive to sponsors globally. Add in investing, business ventures, and you get compounding income beyond just salary. Luka is no slouch here. Big name deals, Jordan Brand, Nike, etc. His social media presence, his clutch moments, his step backs, all of it builds marketability. But so far his off-court portfolio seems less diversified publicly compared to Giannis's. The depth of business ventures and endorsements for Giannis likely pushes him ahead. So yes, endorsements tip some of these scales. And they are growing for Luka, but Giannis has that head start. There are several forces working in Giannis's favor. Longevity, more seasons in the league, more time to build brand, more time for endorsements to mature. Championship and awards, Giannis has more MVPs, Defensive Player of Year, a championship. Awards matter in sponsor perception. The more you win, the more brands want you. Luka is stacking awards, but Giannis has built up more hardware already. Global story and background. Giannis' story from immigrant roots rising through hardship has universal appeal. That gives him more narrative value. Luka has a great story too, Europe to NBA, but Giannis' narrative has had more time to build with global recognition. Business moves and investments. Giannis appears to have done more outside just signing shoe deals. There's reporting about initiatives, brand partnerships that go beyond standard athlete sponsorships. These build passive income and long-term wealth. On the flip side, what helps Luka? Youth. He's younger, so more years ahead. Rockets up in earnings due to trade and contract extensions into big markets, now with the Lakers exposure. Plus, potential for more deals as brand grows, international market grows for him. Even with that, based on current estimates, Giannis leads by a solid margin, but Luka's gap is closing. Net worth is great, but don't forget the costs, because what you see is gross, but what matters is net after expenses, taxes, injuries, and what you actually keep. Taxes. Federal, state, local. Big contracts mean big taxes. Depends on where you live, where you play, where sponsors are based. Agent fees, management costs, lawyers, agents, handlers, these take a cut. Lifestyle costs, homes, cars, travel, family, these don't come cheap. Injuries and missed games. Less playing time means less pay, sometimes less exposure for endorsements. Brand volatility. Brands can drop deals, public image can shift. Giannis has faced injuries, Luka too. These variables mean that even if two athletes earn similar money, their net saved can be very different. So just those large headline numbers, don't assume they're fully in pocket. Now let's look at what the public reporting adds up to. Forbes' 2025 athlete earnings list puts Giannis at $94.4 million, Luka at about $58.5 million. These numbers include salary, endorsements, appearance fees, etc. Forbes notes that while both are among the highest paid in 2025, Giannis holds a considerable lead in total net worth. While precise endorsements and investment figures for Luka aren't always publicly detailed to the same depth as Giannis, those published suggest he's getting big deals, but not yet matching the breadth that Giannis has achieved. So the numbers we do see strongly favor Giannis, but not to say Luka has no room, he does, and fast. Now, let's look to forward. What might happen over the next few seasons, assuming normal progression? Luka has youth, growing popularity, a big market, the Lakers, more exposure overseas. If he continues to add big endorsements, invests wisely, avoids major injury, he could significantly close the gap. Giannis, meanwhile, will likely continue earning at top tiers, but age and wear and tear are inevitable. He may also focus more on business, investments, perhaps less on on-court boost later, but his head start helps. One wildcard, championships. If Luka wins multiple titles, people will value him more in sponsorships. The same for Giannis. If Bucks keep winning, his narrative stays strong. Another wildcard, global brand expansion. Both have opportunities overseas, merch, digital content, NFT or Web3 projects, if they jump in, media rights, etc. So, my prediction, in 3 to 5 years, Luka will make major strides and could narrow the gap, but Giannis will likely still lead in total net worth, unless Luka pulls off something extraordinary. So, what's the takeaway? Giannis Antetokounmpo holds the lead in net worth today thanks to more time in the league, more endorsements, business ventures, championship success, and a narrative that adds extra value. Luka Doncic is doing everything right, scoring huge deals, playing at elite level, gaining global recognition, and he's almost certain to climb higher. But the gap remains real, and for now, Giannis is still ahead. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Luka can overtake Giannis's net worth in the next few years? What moves does Luka need to make? More endorsements, more championships, bigger business deals? Or do you think Giannis's head start and momentum keep him firmly on top? Comment below with your thoughts, hit that like button if you learned something new, and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stats, both on the court and off.